The galaxy had always been a place of order. Peace treaties, trade routes, and alliances kept most civilizations in balance. But not everyone was happy. Many alien empires looked at Earth as a small, weak planet. Humans are primitive, they said. They're easy to control. No threat at all. At the Council of the Stars, a large chamber filled with hundreds of alien leaders, the mood was tense. Holographic screens floated above the floor, showing the planets of the galaxy. Humans appeared as tiny, blue dots. The aliens whispered and pointed at Earth. No one expected the humans to fight back. Commander Zorth of the Virelian fleet leaned forward. His long fingers tapped nervously on the council table. Our scouts report that humans have only basic defenses. No major weapon systems. They cannot resist us. An attack will be simple. Across the chamber, Ambassador Kyra of the Zeltrons nodded. Agreed. This will be our easiest conquest yet. Why waste time negotiating? Let's strike. But a small voice spoke quietly, almost lost in discussion. We should watch carefully. Something feels off. It was Elder Ryan of the distant planet Telvix. Everyone ignored him. Section 2. The scout fleet arrives. In orbit around Earth, a small alien fleet glimmered against the black sky. The ships were enormous, armed with energy cannons and shield generators. The humans below were completely unaware of the threat, or so the aliens thought. Captain Thal of the alien scout fleet smiled with arrogance. Prepare to strike. By tomorrow, Earth will belong to us. His crew cheered, confident and careless. Meanwhile, on Earth, a signal flashed across a hidden military base in the deserts of Nevada. General Marcus Kane stood before a massive console filled with blinking lights. His eyes narrowed. They are here. The council finally sent their fleet. A young officer, Lieutenant Sara, looked worried. Sir, our weapons are limited. We cannot match their fleet. Kane's voice was calm but firm. Limited doesn't mean weak. Prepare the stealth drones. Activate the countermeasures. Earth is not helpless. Lieutenant, not today. Section 3. First contact. The first alien ship descended through Earth's atmosphere. Its massive hull reflected sunlight, blinding anyone who looked up. Cities below went dark for a moment as electromagnetic pulses disrupted power grids. Panic spread among humans who saw strange lights in the sky. However, deep underground, humanity's secret defense systems came alive. Stealth drones lifted from hidden hangars, flying silently through the night. Missile silos unlocked, ready for launch. The humans had expected this. They were ready. In orbit, the alien commander noticed something strange. Our sensors detect. What is this? Small crafts invisible. Zorth frowned. Impossible. They should not have technology like this. Suddenly, the human drones attacked. Lasers streaked across the sky. Explosions rocked the first alien ship. The council fleet was stunned. Their weapons barely made a dent. Section 4. Shock and fear. Back at the council chamber, the alien leaders were watching. Holographic screens showed the battle unfolding above Earth. They gasped as their fleet suffered heavy losses in minutes. How can this be? They are supposed to be weak. Ambassador Kyra slammed her clawed hand on the council table. This is impossible. Humans cannot be this advanced. Elder Ryan spoke again, louder this time. I warned you. Do not underestimate them. They are more dangerous than they appear. But no one listened until the destruction became undeniable. On Earth, civilians looked up and saw alien ships falling like meteors. The sky was painted with fire and smoke. Children screamed, and adults froze in disbelief. Yet, in underground bunkers and control centers, humans worked calmly, coordinating every strike. General Kane turned to Lieutenant Bell. We expected this. They will learn the cost of underestimating us. Bell nodded, awe in her eyes. Sir, it's incredible. They thought we were weak. They were wrong. Section 5. The Desperate Call. Inside the command bridge of the largest alien flagship, alarms blared. Commander Thal could not believe what he saw. Ships that were supposed to be invincible were exploding. His crew panicked. Thal activated a long-range communicator. Council, this is Thal. We need reinforcements. Humans are stronger than predicted. Back at the council, chaos erupted. Leaders shouted over each other. Some demanded immediate withdrawal. Others insisted on sending more fleets. The galaxy had never seen humans fight like this. Meanwhile, hidden human sensors tracked the communications. Kane's lips curved into a slight smile. They're calling for help. Good. Let them bring the rest of the council fleet. We're ready for them. Section 6. Humanity strikes back. Night fell over Earth, but the battle was far from over. Humans used every strategy available. Stealth attacks, electromagnetic pulses, and decoy fleets. The aliens could not predict the tactics. Every move the aliens made was countered before they could react. Captain Thal felt fear for the first time. These humans, they're not just fighters. They are strategists. Every attack is planned. His crew whispered in terror. On the ground, General Kane watched through satellite feeds. He turned to his officers. Keep pressing. Every strike counts. Show them the price of underestimating Earth. They think they can destroy us, but they're only proving our strength. Section 7. Cliffhanger. As dawn approached, the sky above Earth was filled with burning alien ships. Debris rained down on empty oceans and deserts. The Council fleet was in shambles. Panic had spread across their planets. Yet, humans had not revealed all their weapons. The first strike was only a warning, a message. Earth fights back, and anyone who invade will pay the price. Commander Thal, wounded and exhausted, stared at the horizon. This is only the beginning, he whispered. And below, General Kane prepared for the next move. Humanity was ready. The galaxy had underestimated them, and that mistake would cost dearly. The first light of Earth's morning barely touched the horizon when the alien fleet trembled in orbit. Smoke and fire marked the sky where their ships had fallen. Commander Thal sat hunched over the control panel of his flagship, his metallic fingers tapping nervously. The destruction of even a few scout ships had shaken his confidence. "This is a mistake," whispered Lieutenant Core. "They are not what we expected. Their weapons, their tactics, they are superior." Thal shook his head. "No, Core. We are trained for war. We will regroup. We will strike harder." But even as he spoke, another alien ship exploded in a ball of blue-white fire. The humans were not just defending. They were attacking with precision, almost like they had predicted every move the aliens would make. Below, General Kane observed through high-resolution satellites. His calm demeanor masked the storm of planning in his mind. "This is the first wave," he said. "They will learn fast that Earth does not surrender." Lieutenant Bell turned to him, amazed. "Sir, how do we manage to keep them in the dark for so long? Their fleet thought they were invincible." Kane smiled faintly. "Preparation, Lieutenant, timing, and knowing your enemy underestimates you." Section 2. Unseen Forces. The humans had more than just missiles and drones. Hidden in the atmosphere, stealth aircraft flew at speeds impossible to track. Invisible to alien sensors, they struck silently at weak points on alien hulls. Each impact sent ripples through the enemy fleet. Commander Thal cursed. "Shields failing, subsystem breach. They are everywhere." Meanwhile, in the skies above Pacific, humans launched a second wave. EMP pulses disabled alien communication for several minutes. Panic spread through the Council's fleet. Without coordination, the aliens' powerful weapons became useless. On a distant alien planet, leaders watched the live feeds in horror. "This is impossible. Humans are organized, and they fight like demons," one cried. Others could only nod in fear. Elder Rhine, long ignored, watched quietly. He had predicted this. "They are not just strong," he whispered to himself. "They are relentless, and they will not stop." Section 3. The Human Counterattack. On the ground, humans activated orbital railguns. Massive rods accelerated at near-light speed struck the alien ships with brutal force. Explosions lit up the atmosphere, and fireballs fell into the oceans. Every alien vessel that survived the first wave now faced precise, deadly strikes. Thal barked orders frantically. "Form a defensive formation. Return fire." But it was too late. Every attempt to counter the humans' attack was met with a smarter move. The humans had predicted every possible scenario. Each alien maneuver was anticipated, blocked, and countered. On Earth, General Kane watched the alien flagship tremble. "They think power alone will win," he muttered. "They don't understand strategy or patience." Lieutenant Bell's voice trembled slightly. "Sir, they are massive, yet they look like frightened mice against us." Kane nodded. "Let them see. Fear is the first step to respect." Section 4. Alien Desperation. Hours into the battle, the Council fleet began a fracture. Ships scattered in panic. Try to regroup. Commander Thal's flagship took heavy damage. Alarms blared as fire spread across the bridge. "Reinforcements! Call for reinforcements!" Thal shouted into the communicator. But every attempt was met with interference. Human jamming technology had blocked most transmissions. A smaller alien cruiser tried to flee, but was struck by a stealth missile from below Earth's atmosphere. It erupted in a blazing inferno, leaving a trail of burning debris. Thal's hands shook. "They are everywhere. How do they know where we are?" A voice hissed from the corner. "Commander, it's like they predicted our moves. Like they read our thoughts." Thal growled. No human can be this advanced. It's impossible, yet every moment proved him wrong. Section 5. Human Strategic Mastery. In underground command centers, humans coordinated every attack. Drones, missiles, railguns, stealth fighters. Every weapon was part of a synchronized plan. Satellites relayed real-time data. Every alien weak point was targeted. Every retreat was anticipated. General Kane watched, his face calm. "Strike again. They will learn the cost of arrogance." Lieutenant Bell noticed something strange. "Sir, the aliens are starting to coordinate, but it's too slow. Our moves are already ahead of theirs." Kane smiled. "That's the advantage of knowing your enemy underestimates you. They expected a weak fight. Instead, we give them a brutal lesson." Above, alien ships continued to explode. Fire and smoke filled the lower orbit. The sky above Earth was a battlefield no one had ever seen before. Section 6. The Council watches in horror. Back at the Council of the Stars, leaders could not believe the destruction. "Our fleets destroyed in hours?" Ambassador Kyra yelled. Her claws tapped nervously on the table. "This is unprecedented," whispered another leader. "Humans are terrifying." Elder Rhine stood quietly. "No one has seen humans fight like this before. Their technology, their coordination, it is beyond imagination. And yet, it is not just technology. It is their will, their determination." Screens showed alien ships in flames, their crews screaming. Panic spread across alien homeworlds. Some civilizations considered surrender, others debated revenge. But fear paralyzed them. The galaxy was realizing something. Humans were not just fighters. They were a force unlike any other. Section 7. The Turning Point. By midday, the alien flagship hovered above the Pacific, badly damaged. Commander Thal's bridge was chaos. Fires raged around him. Crew members ran in panic. "Prepare for evacuation." Thal screamed. We cannot survive this." But human stealth drones had already disabled the main escape systems. No ship could leave without being destroyed. On Earth, General Kane observed quietly. "They have nowhere to run. This is the moment. Make it count." Lieutenant Bell's eyes widened. "Sir, they are trapped. Every ship, every fleet. They cannot escape." Kane's voice was calm but firm. "Good. Let them feel the cost of underestimating humans. Let them understand the price of arrogance." Section 8. The first strike concludes. In orbit, the first major wave of human attacks concluded with massive destruction. Alien ships that had once been considered invincible now floated as burning wreckage. Thousands of aliens had perished. The rest were scattered, leaderless, and panicked. Commander Thal stared at the devastation. We have failed. Earth is too strong." On the ground, General Kane knew this was only the beginning. "They will bring more fleets," he said. "But we are ready. The first strike is a warning, not the end." Lieutenant Bell looked at the sky filled with smoke and flames. "Sir, the galaxy will never forget this day." Kane nodded. "No, they will never forget, and they will never underestimate humans again." Section 9. Cliffhanger. As night fell, Human forces withdrew temporarily, allowing surviving alien ships to retreat. But the humans had not revealed all their power. Hidden weapons and secret strategies waited for the next wave. Commander Thal limped toward the communicator. Council, Earth, we are beaten, but this is not over. Below, General Kane looked at the stars. Let them come. The galaxy will see the true strength of humanity, and the cost of challenging Earth will be written in fire. The first strike had ended, but the war had just begun. Word of Earth's brutal counterattack traveled faster than light. Across the galaxy, alien civilizations received reports of the destroyed Council fleet. Ships once considered unstoppable were reduced to burning debris. Panic spread like wildfire. On Zeltron Prime, Ambassador Kyra's office was filled with chaos. Her advisors shouted over one another, their claws tapping nervously on polished tables. How can this be? Humans, primitive humans, destroyed our fleet in hours, one cried. Elder Ryan observed quietly in a corner, as calm as always. They do not fight like any species we have faced. They are not just strong. They are disciplined, intelligent, and relentless. Kyra spun around. Discipline? They are barely spacefaring. Ryan's eyes narrowed. Do not mistake their simplicity for weakness. Their simplicity is their strength. They predict your arrogance. And today, arrogance has been their enemy. Meanwhile, across multiple star systems, planetary defenses scrambled to prepare. Trade routes were disrupted. Civilian fleets halted in fear. Governments sent urgent messages to the Council, pleading for guidance. The galaxy was paralyzed by fear of one planet, Earth. Section 2. Humans strike again. Back on Earth, General Kane and his team were ready. The first strike had been a warning, and the galaxy had responded exactly as he expected, with panic and overconfidence in surviving fleets. Prepare the second wave, Kane said, eyes scanning the holographic map. Target every weak point. Let them know no corner of the galaxy is safe. Lieutenant Bell hesitated. Sir, are we moving too fast? They might surrender. Kane shook his head. Surrender is not their style. They are proud. They will fight. Let's show them why they should fear humanity. Humans launched multiple stealth drones toward alien supply fleets. Simultaneously, orbital railguns fired rods at key enemy outposts. Communication jamming disrupted their coordination. Every move was calculated, every attack precise. In orbit, alien ships panicked. We cannot stop them, shouted one officer. Every fleet we send is destroyed before it reaches Earth. Commander Thal's voice echoed across his shattered fleet. Hold formation. Fight. Fight to survive. But the humans were not just attacking. They were controlling the battlefield, dictating every moment. The aliens realized that Earth was not just defending. It was orchestrating a galaxy-wide strike. Section 3. Civilizations in shock. Across the galaxy, civilian populations watched in horror. Ships carrying traders and colonists were destroyed mid-flight. Planets experienced sudden blackouts as human EMP pulses spread. Rumors spread faster than actual attacks. Earth is invincible. Earth is everywhere. Earth sees all. On planet Telvix, Elder Ryan's warnings have been ignored for decades. Now, Telvix leaders finally listened. They said humans are weak, a young commander said. They said Earth is small. They were wrong. They are dead wrong. Ryan nodded. Weakness is a lie told by arrogance. Intelligence and coordination are strength. Observe, learn, survive. Even some alien warlords began sending emissaries to Earth, offering peace. But General Kane was not interested in negotiation. Not yet. Humanity had made its point. Underestimate them, and you would pay the cost. Section 4. Surprise tactics. In the middle of the chaos, humans revealed a new tactic. Decoy fleets. Using cloaked ships, they created illusions of massive numbers where only a handful existed. Alien commanders wasted resources attacking phantoms, while real human forces struck elsewhere. Lieutenant Bell watched the display. Sir, they're falling for it. Entire fleets are chasing ghosts. Kane smiled. Fear makes them predictable. Let's use it. In orbit, alien ships fired at empty space, consuming energy and ammunition. Real attacks came from directions they didn't expect. Massive explosions lit up the galaxy. Commander screamed, realizing too late that the humans had trapped them. Commander Thal gritted his teeth. They are playing with us. They are toying with our fleet. Not toys, one of his lieutenants gasped. They are predators. Section 5. The Council faces reality. Back at the Council chamber, holograms displayed the ongoing destruction. Leader after leader realized they had underestimated humans. Panic replaced arrogance. This cannot be happening, Ambassador Kyra said, voice shaking. Our fleets, our mighty fleets, are no match for one planet. Elder Ryan spoke firmly. You ignored warnings. You treated humans as insignificant. Now, the galaxy is paying attention. And Earth has proven that strength is more than numbers. A council member gasped. Do we retreat? Or do we fight to the last ship? Ryan shook his head. Retreat may save some lives. But pride will not. They will strike wherever arrogance appears. Across alien planets, debates turn into fear-driven chaos. Some worlds close their borders. Others arm civilian fleets. The galaxy had never faced a threat like Earth. Intelligent, strategic, and utterly ruthless when provoked. Section 6. Human Brilliance. On Earth, the human military's coordination was flawless. Satellites provided real-time information. Drones and stealth fighters moved like synchronized instruments. Each strike targeted vital enemy systems. General Kane addresses officers. We are not just defending Earth. We are sending a message. The galaxy must understand. Humanity cannot be ignored. Every attack teaches them that lesson. Precision is key. Speed is essential. Humanity's survival is non-negotiable. Lieutenant Bell nodded. Sir, they won't forget this day. Kane's gaze hardened. No, and they should never forget. Even as they fought, humans remained disciplined. No reckless moves. Every casualty minimized. Every attack calculated. The aliens, by contrast, were losing coordination and morale. Section 7. The alien collapse. Alien fleets began retreating, but the human forces anticipated it. Strategic strikes cut off escape routes. Ships collided or exploded while attempting to flee. Communications failed as humans jammed long-range signals. Commander Thal's fleet disintegrated. His strongest ships destroyed. Only a few escaped, limping to distant systems. He stared at the burning remains of his comrades. Earth humans, how can they be so? His voice trailed off. Fear replaced arrogance. The galaxy's arrogance was shattered in hours, replaced by a mixture of awe and terror. Section 8. The galaxy stands still. For the first time in recorded history, a single planet had caused the entire galaxy to pause. Trade routes halted. Military operations stopped. Civilian worlds watched the news of destroyed fleets with disbelief. Reports flooded in. One human planet, has defeated multiple council fleets. Entire civilizations panic. Communication lines down. Major star systems in lockdown. Elder Ryan observed quietly. They underestimated them, all of them. Now, the galaxy understands that humans are not weak, not small, and not simple. They are the unexpected force. The unpredictable variable. The reckoning. Even council members began writing emergency orders to all planets. Prepare. Do not provoke. Avoid contact. Humans are dangerous. Section 9. Cliffhanger. On Earth, General Kane watched the galaxy-wide panic with calm eyes. Let them see, he said quietly. The first strike has shattered them. The next wave will teach them fear. Lieutenant Bell looked at him. Sir, they'll never attack Earth again, right? Kane shook his head slightly. They might try, but they will think twice. The galaxy has learned the cost of underestimating humanity, and they will remember always. In the shadows of deep space, alien leaders whispered and plotted. They were wounded, humiliated, and afraid. But they were not defeated entirely. The war was far from over. And for Earth, the calm after storm was only temporary. The galaxy was watching, trembling. Section 1. The calm before the final storm. After the chaos across the galaxy, Earth seemed calm. Cities lit under serene dawn. Birds flew over green forests. Oceans reflected sunlight. From the outside, it looked like nothing had happened. But deep underground, in massive command bunkers, General Marcus Kane studied galactic maps. "They've scattered," he said. "The surviving fleets are hiding, licking their wounds. But the galaxy is still a threat. They've learned the cost of arrogance, yes, but they haven't truly learned fear." Lieutenant Sara Bell, standing beside him, asked, "Sir, what's the plan? Do we strike now?" Kane's gaze was steady. "We finish what we started. The first strike shattered them. The second spread panic. Now, we teach the galaxy its final lesson. Precision, brutality. Humanity will show its power. Outside, satellites scan deep space. Hidden fleets, cloaked and quiet, try to regroup. But humans were already tracking them. Every move was observed, every route monitored. Earth's retaliation would be unavoidable. Section 2, the hidden arsenal. Unknown to the aliens, Earth had saved its most devastating weapons. Experimental railguns in orbit, energy pulse arrays across oceans, stealth drones capable of cloaking and mass destruction, and orbital missile platforms armed with quantum warheads. Deploy the first wave of the final strike, Kane ordered. Let them see what happens when arrogance meets intelligence. In the depths of space, alien leaders watch reports of Earth's forces. "They've destroyed everything we sent before, and they are still calm," whispered one admiral. "How can a single planet be this precise?" Commander Thal, barely alive from the first strikes, was summoned by the Council. "Earth, they are planning something larger. Something final. Prepare for total engagement. If we lose, it's not just our fleet. It's the galaxy itself." Section 3. The first blow. At the edge of the Orion sector, a fleet of alien ships gather for retaliation. They believe their combined forces could finally crush Earth. Massive energy cannons charged, shields hummed, and commanders shouted over comms. Suddenly, a bright pulse lit the space between the fleets. It was subtle at first, almost invisible. Then massive shockwaves spread. Alien ships faltered as orbital railguns struck from Earth's hidden positions. Entire command vessels erupted into fireballs. "Impossible!" screamed Al. "How? How did they know our coordinates?" Lieutenant Bell watched the holographic feed. "Sir, it's a trap. Every fleet they send falls into it." Kane's voice was calm. "This is what happens when you underestimate an enemy. Preparation beats numbers. Intelligence beats arrogance. Humanity is not weak. It's unstoppable when provoked." Section 4. Chaos in the alien fleet. The surviving alien ships tried to regroup. Orders were sent in panic. Communications scrambled. Civilian worlds watching the battle trembled. Thousands of ships collided or exploded as humans anticipated every move. Commander Thal barked at his officers. "Form a defensive wall. Protect the flagships." But humans were everywhere at once. Cloaked drones struck from all angles. Quantum warheads disabled shield generators in seconds. Alien fighters, which once seemed invincible, were torn apart before they could even fire. In orbit, massive explosions illuminated the darkness. Fireballs stretched across space like shooting stars. Every planet watching the battle realized humanity was not playing by known rules. They were creating their own. Section 5. Alien Leaders' Desperation. On Zeltron Prime, Council leaders panicked. "We cannot fight them," cried Kyra. "Every attack fails. Every fleet falls. They are more than we imagined." Ryan watched quietly. "They're not just strong. They are disciplined. They are unpredictable. And they will not stop." Some worlds began sending emissaries to Earth, offering surrender. Others debated sending more fleets. But fear had frozen their decisions. The galaxy was in a state of collective terror. Commander Thal, his flagship crippled, realized the truth. "We cannot survive this. Earth, humans, they are beyond anything we've faced. We underestimated them. And now we pay the cost." Section 6, the final strike. General Kane activated the ultimate weapon, the planetary orbital energy array. Massive beams shot into space, creating destructive arcs of power. Alien ships exploded not in fire, but in bursts of energy that left nothing behind. Lieutenant Bell watched, stunned. "Sir, they're gone, all of them?" Kane nodded. "Not just gone, remembered. The galaxy will never forget today. Earth has spoken. The Council fleet was destroyed. Commander's screams echoed briefly across communications before being cut off. Alien worlds went silent. Their fleets crippled, leadership decimated, morale shattered. Humanity had shown the galaxy its full strength. Section 7. The galaxy watches in silence. For the first time in history, a single planet brought the galaxy to a standstill. Civilizations that had once mocked humans now trembled in fear. Traders stopped voyages. Armies paused drills. Leaders wrote emergency orders. From deep space, the surviving alien emissaries transmitted messages to the galaxy. Do not challenge Earth. Do not provoke humanity. They are not to be underestimated. Their retaliation is complete. On Earth, life continued as normal. People went about their day, unaware of the cosmic chaos above. But underground, in command centers, General Kane and his officers smiled. Humanity had survived. Humanity had triumphed. And the galaxy had learned a lesson it would never forget. Section 8. The aftermath. Alien fleets were shattered. Systems were destroyed. Communication networks crippled. Many civilizations debated whether to surrender entirely. The Council was effectively broken. The survivors whispered about humans with fear and awe. On Earth, Kane addresses officers. This was never just about survival. It was about proving that humanity will not bow. That arrogance against us has consequences. We showed them the cost, and they will remember. Lieutenant Bell looked at the stars, now calm. Sir, the galaxy, it's never going to look at us the same way again. Kane nodded. No, they will respect humanity. Or they will fear it. Either way, Earth has won. Section 9. Humanity's warning. Humanity did not seek conquest. They did not strike beyond defense and retaliation. But their message was clear. Underestimate humans, and the cost is total destruction. Across the galaxy, the story spread. Children on distant worlds were told about the blue planet that fought back. Scholars wrote of the humans' brilliance and strategy. Leaders shivered at the thought of Earth's retaliation. General Kane's last words to his officers that day. Remember this moment. The galaxy has learned its lesson. And when the time comes, humanity will be ready again. Always ready. The stars above Earth twinkled peacefully, hiding the silent power of civilization that had proven impossible. Section 10. Cliffhanger for future stories. Even as the galaxy stood still, hidden fleets and secret alien plots persisted in shadows. Humanity had won the battle, but the war for cosmic respect and survival was far from over. Somewhere, deep in a distant system, an alien scientist whispered, "They are not just strong, they are evolving, and Earth will pay if we rise again." On Earth, General Kane looked at the stars. Calm, confident, ready. Humanity had claimed its place in the galaxy. The message was simple. Do not underestimate us. Ever. And with that, Earth returned to quiet vigilance, waiting for the next challenge, while the galaxy remained silent, terrified, and in awe.